Thank you everybody for coming out, friends, family, Bella. My name is Joshua Rivas. I'm the groom's younger brother by 2 years. Me and Andrew are very close. We shared a room for the first 20 years of our life, and we shared a bed for the first 10. And so if I slur my speech or miss any words, my head's probably still ringing from all the elbows I got when I rolled onto his side of the bed, so hopefully he's kept that habit. Andrew and I kind of did everything together growing up. We loved playing sports together. We loved to compete against each other. It was kind of like the classic enemies in the backyard, friends in the front yard, but it was more like no one beats him up except me. So that's why he was protective. Some fun facts about Andrew is he's very intelligent, very smart. He's very technical, very good with numbers, an avid fisherman, and a decent singer. Maybe someday he'll have some songs on YouTube or something. I don't know. But in all seriousness though, I'd like to thank Andrew. He taught me a lot of lessons as my older brother. One of the main lessons he taught me was thankfulness. And every time I framed him for doing something I did and he got a spanking, I was very thankful it was him in there instead of me. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say I appreciate that. Me and Andrew, one of our favorite things to do was play baseball together, and we loved playing video games too. We played baseball on the computer all the time. But we got addicted, so Dad put a password on the computer. And I remember one time we went in there and on a Christmas Eve night, and Dad wasn't the best typer. He would use one finger. Mom could put her hand under and type in the password we couldn't see. And Andrew's like, Dad, do you think you could put in the password there for us? I can check something. Dad's like, sure. And Andrew picks up a devotional book and starts reading all sincere. And I'm watching him, and his eyes are going straight over the top of the page. And Dad types in the password, and I was sitting there, I was like, he's doing it! And so I didn't say a word, I played cool, and Dad left the room, and he just shook his head at me. It was like we had cracked the Enigma code. We were so happy. We kept that for 11 months, Mom and Dad. 11 months we had that password. It was amazing. Maybe next time make it something harder than the cat's name. For future reference when you have grandkids. Another great memory is playing baseball with Andrew when I was in 7th grade, and he was already in 9th grade throwing mid-80s fastball, and our team in 7th grade was so bad. And one time Andrew came over to the field and put on one of our uniforms, and we were against this really cocky team. And so I was used to catching for Andrew, so I was a catcher and he was a pitcher, and I went up to him, I was like, you have to go out there and pretend you can't even throw a baseball. And then once the umpire says go, we just light these guys up. So I went out there, and she goes out, like hunchback, comes walking out, lobbing the baseball into the dirt, the whole dugout snickering. And I'm behind the plate, I'm like, you got this, buddy, you got this, go. And then the first guy comes out, and Andrew just throws an 85-mile-an-hour fastball by his head. Dude hits the dirt, and we were laughing so hard. And 3 straight sliders just ring the guy up. We were crying laughing. I could almost not catch the ball. That's one of my favorite memories with him. And it was different when it came to me, though. I remember playing baseball against, and we were in practice on the high school team, and Andrew struck out every person from the junior varsity team and the varsity team in a row. And I was the last person to bat. Everyone was mad. And I just knew he was coming with a changeup first. So he comes in and just smacked it right back up the middle. And I was like, I can hit this guy all. Andrew has a big heart, and he's really good at disguising it, but he has a big heart. I remember when me and him used to work summer jobs, and we'd work out in the berry fields all summer. And then at the end, we had about $290 to last us through the winter. And he had a snowboard and I didn't, and I really wanted to snowboard that year. And he paid about half of his entire summer money to help me get a snowboard so I could ride that year. And I still have that board to this day. It's really special. And one time, I remember too, when we went to the beach, and we didn't have enough money for ice cream. and Andrew pulled out and he went to buy his cone. He looked at me and I was looking up at him like, just begging with my eyes. And so he's like, what flavor do you want? So he used his money, his last money, to buy me and him a cone, and then I dropped the last bite on the ground, and it haunts me to this day. I just saw the light go from his eyes. It made me so sad. I was like, I'll never hurt him again. But You know, sharing a room with someone for 20 years, you get to know them pretty well, and I always was good at playing detective with Andrew. So last year after camp, I knew Isabella and a couple people from here were visiting up there, and Andrew went on this hike up to Twin Lakes, and I was talking to him the next day. I'm like, what have you been up to? And he's like, oh, I'm gonna hike to Twin Lakes. I'm like, who do you go with? And he sent a list of like 11 people, and he never mentioned Isabella's name. And then I saw on her Instagram story that night that she had been up at Twin Lakes. And I remember we were standing in the kitchen. I turned to Aaliyah. I said, something's wrong. There's something wrong here. Something's gonna happen. And then sure enough, a few weeks later, we got the text that, Andrew called me, told me what's going on, and then about 2 months after that, he called me, and he's like, got kind of a weird question for you. He's like, 'cause your relationship kind of went fast, right? I'm like, not kind of. He's like, how fast is too fast? I was like, oh no. And then he sent me pictures of the ring and stuff. No, I was kidding. But Bella, we're so thankful to have you in our family, and I've never seen someone who can roast Andrew so many times and he stays happy. And it makes my day to see it. It makes me so happy. And you're an answer to prayer, not for that reason, but just in general, an answer to prayer. And Andrew, I'm so happy for you too. It's been an honor to grow up with you and just been such good friends. Through our ups and downs over the years, just we'll always be close. And I'm just really thankful for you. I just appreciate you. Love both of you. God bless. All right.